It was
It's
just
so eerie. Like the cinematography is so beautiful too.
It's so good.
Dakin, you know Ben Stiller directs it, right?
Yeah, I know. It blew me away.
What?
Like this shit is art.
Yeah. It's literally like one of the best shows I've seen in such a long time.
It encapsulates like just with the cinematography, corporate America like so perfectly.
It's the visual storytelling, and there's like, and the directors kind of change, so it's like Ben Stiller's show pretty much.
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Directors will kind of switch. But there was like a recent episode on the second season where like the head of pretty much like the lead director of photography directed the episode, and like it's kind of like a flashback episode. And like the visual storytelling is like I watched that episode 3 times. Like it was so, and I watched it like back to back.
I mean, I'm only 2 episodes in,
good.
and I can already tell it's a masterpiece.
Yeah, it only each episode you think you're gonna get something, and you're only left wondering more. Like
yeah,
it
it's
is.
more questions. That's
Yeah.
with each episode.
I literally was so fucking tired last night, like gaming all day. I finally get back to the hotel, and just like traversing downtown Vancouver was like kind of stressful. There was like a concert going on or something, so there's just like a ton of stuff going on. But I literally got back and I was so exhausted, and I was like, I have to watch the new episode of Severance. I already like, and I'm already a day late. Like I can't take another day. I have to watch it.
Yeah. That and the newest episode of Invincible was fucking crazy too.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
Has anyone seen Invincible at all? Oh man, it's on Prime. It's like a animated superhero show.
Oh, I've seen the
But-
memes.
It's like very similar. I wouldn't say it's like The Boys. It's not like that kind of more grotesque-ish type of humor, but it's like a dark version of superheroes in the that
Seen this on
aspect.
TikTok. 'Cause
Yeah,
or
Eve,
something. She can like
Adam,
morph items into other things or something.
But it's really like a story of like what truly are human beings, regular human beings, gonna do when there's these godlike race of people, and how do they control that in the day-to-day life, like the government and everything, and the son. Well, I can't spoil anything, but it's basically like somebody who is the main character facing his, godlike powers and what he's gonna do with them, because the main character is only like 19 years old, college age, and he has to deal with a lot of shit that a 19-year-old shouldn't have to deal with. More realistic version of like Superman, but definitely brutal. The first episode is like insane twist to it. I recommend it if you like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, honestly, I I don't know why, because I'm like not really into like superhero stuff, but like I get like some of the fighting scenes on TikTok, and I'm like, wait, this is fucking crazy.
It's pretty cool. I've not seen all the episodes, but I have done a lot of research on the lore because that's the kind of person I am. But
Tyson, you gotta watch this 3rd season, man. I thought the 2nd season was kind of weak, but this 3rd season is crazy.
I just like how the Viltrumites are portrayed. I just think it's like
me too.
that's 100% how aliens would be.
Mm-hmm.
Especially conquesting. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I rolled a 2, which makes Ian the recap for tonight. He's gonna have to use all that Pokemon brain power.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I got this. I actually feel like I remember. Okay, we started off like wake. That's when we like woke up. We woke up. We from being kidnapped.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. We okay. So we got kidnapped. We are in this like. There's like this big mansion or whatever, and clearly Tony is associated with this mansion. Gives us allegedly associated with this mansion, and gives us some general rules to follow. Don't talk to said people. You don't know me. Don't look at the boss in the eyes. Toodaloo, and runs away. Then we kind of like, you know, essentially walk the grounds, get to the mansion, and then we get recruited to be servers. Some people are not happy about this. That is beneath them. Some of us take executive action and serve multiple trays of hors d'oeuvres. We go out, we realize it's like some sort of, wedding going on between families, which we find out are, the sopranos, the altos, the tenors, the basses. And when they bring out said bride, we're like, that's Tony. Come to find out, that's not Tony. That is Tamara. Tamara? And then, she's up there looking stunning, I guess. And then, the chandelier falls from the ceiling, almost crushes said Tamara. But who comes to the rescue? My server ability, Coco server ability, throwing the trays, hitting the chandelier. The day is saved. Tamara runs away crying. Okay, sure, I guess. What's that about? I'm not entirely too sure. Kokomi goes after her, runs into Tony as well, is very confused. They neither identify themselves as themselves or each other or one or the other. Sometimes both, sometimes neither. Yes and no. And then we kind of reconvene, talk to the boss a little bit, and he's like, y'all gotta get the girls. Round up the girls, bring them here. And we're like, okay, we'll do that real quick. And in a very quick 4 hours, we finally find Tony and Tamara and bring them to the boss. And kind of learn that there is mischief afoot. Someone is trying to kill the bride. Why? That is our job tonight. We are looking for the culprit.
What is your other job?
I guess to protect her, find the culprit by, having fun at, I guess, another party, some wedding party, or I don't know. Some of us might still pretend to be servers. Some of us might be the bodyguards. Some of, we'll do that stuff.
Perfect. We are going to start tonight by flashing back, not really that far back, but while you guys all leave the office and accept the deal to find this killer, the boss asks for Tony and Tamara to stay behind. And so we cut to inside the office where you have Tony and Tamara and the boss sitting down. You see he looks over to you, Tamara, and asks you, "My sweet baby girl, are you safe? Is there a hair on your head?"
Yeah, there's plenty of hairs on my head. I'm fine. You mind turning around really quick and grabbing me some tissue paper?
Of course, my sweet, of course. And he turns around and he gives you a tissue and $100 bill. Tony, Why were you late here this evening?
Nobody told me the wedding was today.
What are you talking about? We sent multiple invitations. And he goes, "Hey, Vinny!" And he comes in, and you guys see coming down the hallway outside a rather large and robust 400-pound man who is wearing a shirt that is slightly too tight for him and pants that are slightly too big. And he comes waddling down. You guys gather this was the same person who came and picked you up on the carriage. Hey, yeah, boss, it's me, it's Vinny. How you know, what's up? Did you send the invitations to Tony? The what? Did you send the invitations to my daughter Tony so she would know that tonight is the wedding? You said Tony. You didn't say Tommy? I thought it was weird when you wanted me to send Tommy like 5 invitations, but yeah, Tommy's here tonight.
No, I think I know.
And what did happen, dear daughter?
You sent it to Tony. And Tony. So you sent it. It didn't get to me at the school because there's no. This is my fault.
I appreciate you taking responsibility for the failures of my people. And he looks over and he smacks Vinny upside the head. Tony, I have a very special task for you tonight. A deal so crazy you must be willing to accept. It is an offer you cannot refuse. You must protect your sister and get her to her nuptial vows.
Do I have to?
Yes, you are also going to be performing at the reception. And in return, I will allow you back into the fold of our family's good graces and offer you a favor.
Yeah, sure. As long. Yeah, no problem.
Perfect. I have the perfect plan. And with that, unless Devin, is there anything that Tony or Tamara wants to do with her father? With that, we cut outside. You are all hanging out outside. You see that cousin Ezekiel comes back over, and he's kind of motioning you to follow him up to your bedrooms. You climb up probably 6 flights of stairs, all the way back up to the attic. And across from Tony's room is another guest bedroom that has like 7 beds in it. You kind of wonder whether or not Tony's room maybe had like 4 beds and this room had like 3 beds, and they like took out all the furniture, just put it in this room. But the room has lots of beds at least.
I like that both sides of that are bad. Either Tony had 3 beds and had to have guests in her room constantly, or had no furniture.
And with that, he leads you guys inside. Minutes later, you guys hear someone coming up the stairs. And you see Tony. Devin, describe emotionally and maybe physically how your character feels or looks.
Tony seems a little exhausted. Probably slouched over a little bit. Maybe. Like, she's normally not, but this way it's like a different.
You cut out just a little bit at the end.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yep.
Is it still cutting out?
No, that's better.
That's also a good distance for your
I
mic.
know, I try to keep it like this because when I have sound, but I forget to like switch it back and forth. Okay. Yeah, so she's just like distant in a different way, if that makes sense.
She doesn't acknowledge any of you guys and walks into her room.
All right, folks, how are we gonna do this? I feel like we're gonna need a plan of attack here. Anyone have any thoughts on how we're gonna figure out who the hell is trying to kill Tammy? I'm gonna start calling her. She sounded like a Tammy.
Did you say Tammy?
Well, her name's Tamara, but she's definitely a Tammy.
Oh.
I feel as though we should use her full name because my mom is called Tammy, and this is already a struggle for me. I also feel we should go inspect the reception hall and see if we can spot any clues.
I mean, also, can we not talk to Tamara? I think we should talk to her.
It's also,
I mean-
if we're supposed to protect her, somebody should probably be with her, right?
Right. I guess. I don't know how we
Somebody
even
with-
ended up in this whole situation, but we're here, so.
It
Somebody
started
with
with the
bodyguard
black
experience for a
bag.
princess, maybe?
I mean, Raylo, you're already kind of protecting Cordelia,
Yeah, I feel like you have plenty of experience in the realm of.
and maybe like disguised as a waiter, be like, "Oh, I'm just a servant boy."
I will not say I am a servant boy,
Fine,
Ever.
servant man.
but I could use this disguise to act as, what do they call them?
Secret
As her
security.
direct servant / bodyguard, sure, to get intel. I'm down with that.
Okay. I have a feeling. I just have an inkling that someone should look into the group for this.
Into the
Heard
group?
the groom. I've heard one too
Groom.
many. Yeah, the husband to be. I've heard
Yeah,
one
yeah,
too
yeah.
many. It was the spouse stories to ignore that.
Isn't that a little cliche, though, Mordecai?
Raylo, we're in a mafia house. I don't know what is or isn't cliche, but it's on the table.
Sure. That's a good
Who
point.
is it the basses or the tenors?
No, bases. You were correct.
Okay.
It's the groom is from the Bass family.
The base is.
Yeah, there's a double. Anywhere there's an S in this name, there's 3 of them.
Bass.
Does that mean there's 6 S's?
What are they?
Base is.
The logos are snakes, right? That's
Yeah.
Snake butt. Got it.
Ah,
Oh yeah.
are changelings reptilian in nature?
Well,
No.
that's a long theology, and a long, not theology, theory,
Entomology?
ongoing theory. I think changelings and doppelgangers might be related to mimics, but I won't get into that now.
Up in good old Appalachia.
Well, maybe we can bring that up with Professor Sharpeak during our next creatures class. All right, so who would like to? You know what? Thea, why don't you investigate the groom?
Okay.
All right. On top of that,
also have this is gonna be funny just because I have a perfume of bewitching, and it gives me an advantage on all charisma checks.
Oh shoot! I just thought.
Theo also has advantage right now when talking with the Alto family.
oh, does he?
Ooh,
It's not
Well then.
Specifically when he's talking to Valentina.
Oh,
Alright,
Well,
well,
Alto.
I don't like that. I don't
well,
like that.
well, Theo, it sounds like you're gonna have to take one for the team here. Aren't
What
the
was their
altos like?
name?
Aren't the
That is
altos
not
and
my
the
team.
sopranos like?
What was
The
that
altos
lady's
were like the
name?
mortal enemies of the Sopranos, right? Or at least the butting heads.
Their families have not gotten along. No, I don't think any one of the families would say outright you're my enemy, because that would kind of go against like the deal making. But in terms of like who talks shit about who when everybody's, you know, back at their own
Right.
houses, the Sopranos and the Altos do not like each other.
Well, Theo, I got a job for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to cozy up to the altos and see what they've got going on. Again, kind of cliche, but if one of these houses is gonna be trying to backstab, it seems like the most likely one.
Well, are you trying to honeypot me?
I'm trying to get answers. You want to honeypot yourself? You do you.
Theo, come on. No one else
is-
is here is more ready and able and with the skill set to do a honeypot than you.
Not that kind of honeypot, no.
I mean, besides myself, but I have other tasks.
Come on, Theo, take one for the team, man.
I'm gonna craft a little name tag that says Tamara Servant Boy and try to slip it onto a Raylo.
I'm gonna say, for the sake of that's hilarious, your sleight of
Oh,
hand
come
check
on.
is an auto success.
Coco, who would you like to take? We got the tenors, we've got the groom, we've got the basses,
I
and
can do the groom.
okay.
If no one's doing the groom, I can do the groom. So the bases, I can have advantage on charisma checks. I can also like scare them.
All right.
I want the perfume to make me smell really, really nice, but it's very jarring with how greasy and gross I am.
Is it like something like light and florally?
It's 100%
Like
action
a-
place today.
Or Victoria's Secret, like sweet pea or something.
It's giving. What makes it really odd is it's giving like the like food scented Yankee candles. So it's like, oh, she's greasy and gross, but it's giving like buttery, yummy Thanksgiving cranberry feast.
So the overwhelming scent of cinnamon and
Yeah, there's like some cinnamon,
It's
some like
apple
yams in there,
spice.
apple spice, maybe a little pumpkin, but it like oddly
Nutmeg.
works.
A family gathering at the MLM aunt's house.
Straight up Scentsy. You get a smell at me.
you know
I got this at Young
you
Living.
know we are truly in a fantasy realm when that mix of scents actually works.
I forget when I got this. I think recently. But I can think of rat poison.
Well, it'll be good for
And a net.
The
So
boss
I
gave
can-
that to you because you said you were gonna go
yeah.
find a rat.
So I have those to my disposal as well.
okay,
And I'm
Josie,
I'm
how do
holding
you
the
want to?
net. I'm
what do you
carrying
want-
the net with me.
What are you willing to do?
Josie was unconscious, and for that, I mean, I only watched half of the last episode, so I don't really know what's going on.
You guys hear a dog bark come from underneath the bed. As
All right, Josie,
Josie,
why don't you wild shape into possible idea? You don't have to do this, but possible idea. Wild shape into something small, preferably not a rat, but something small, and keep your ears out. See what's heard around the house.
I can also go invisible, or if anybody else needs to be stealthy, I can help them with that too. Just let me know. So far,
If you hear me
so
running and
we're-
crying, please help.
I'll
so
take
far
the-
we're- Sorry.
Sorry, no, you continue. I'm getting ahead of myself.
No, I'm just trying. So we have Theo going after a muscle mommy. We have Raylo on guard duty. And then
Coco's gonna go
Coco
after the
is...
groom.
Okay.
Hey, Tony. Tony, can you investigate your own family for us? We're gonna shout across the hallway.
Speaking of that, and speaking of also cliches, Tony, how well do you know your father, and is there a possible chance he's setting this up to create some kind of, I don't know, divide or drama for some, in chaos there becomes order type of thing?
You know, Raylo, that is a really great question. I wish you hadn't shouted it across the hallway, though.
I didn't.
He's knocking on her door.
Oh.
Oh, I thought she was with us. My bad.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, Tony. I'm talking.
Oh my god, she's gone deaf. Yell it louder.
My father would never do anything wrong.
Never do anything. I mean, wrong. That's up for a morality debate on what's right and wrong. I'm not saying it was right or wrong. No. What's a wire? Tony, your family literally kidnapped us here on a whim.
I'm
How
sorry.
would I
My family graciously invited you into their home, and you're
That was a
complaining.
gracious invite.
Listen,
All expenses paid travel.
Come on, yeah.
Listen,
you're
Tony,
just safe to
I am
have
grateful
me.
for the opportunity.
Tony, never mind. I'm calm. I'm an adult.
Look, there's definitely something weird going on here. But if we're gonna keep going any further, you're gonna have to start calling me by my full name. Okay.
What is it?
Antonia.
Soprano. I forget your middle name.
Soprano or soprano? The accent.
Yes,
Gets me a little-
soprano.
Okay, Antonia. Would you be willing to poke around your own family for us, just to rule out that they're not the culprit here? I have the full trust that I'm willing to trust you, but we gotta cover our bases. If we fail, I don't want to fail. And more importantly, if you fail with your family, it's not as bad as if we fail with your family. Right? Like,
speak for yourself.
That's true. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work for my family, but yeah, I guess.
all I'm saying is, we gotta cover all our bases. Soprano's gotta be investigated here just to be sure safe. We got a Soprano in our midst. I'm just saying.
Also, is your
I would
father?
rather not have to talk to my sister right now.
Well, Rayla's got that covered.
Oh, so I have to talk to my father?
Yes.
Anyone else in the Soprano family you know of who might orchestrate something like this? If they were to orchestrate something like this, allegedly?
Does your father have any jealous ex-spouses?
Not any alive ones.
Oh. Okay. We'll rule that
Allegedly.
out.
Allegedly.
Blink twice. If maybe you want to possibly cause death to Tamara.
Whoa.
I
Isn't
think
that,
that's
like,
an
the
excellent
opposite?
idea.
Wait.
Because I'm
But you
gonna
didn't hear
like
it from me.
I'm gonna have a little sign and be like, I mean, she was kind of annoying me. Like, girl, don't piss me off.
I
But,
know.
like-
Did you see what she was wearing?
Did we put Tony on the
I
suspect
would be like,
list?
yeah, she looked awful and gross and disgusting. As I equally look very foul.
Your hair actually has like a layer of like sheen, as it's so oily. It like now
It's like-
glistens.
It's like starting to crust.
Ooh, goddamn. Please.
Crust with grease.
Ugh.
You know how like,
Isn't it matte before it crusts?
well,
Yeah.
it moved real fast. You know how
Skipped a
like
level.
Red phase and went straight to the
Skip
concrete.
Who knows how long we were asleep on that carriage?
oh my gosh.
It's what the
Alright,
humidity does.
Sure. Oh right, we're on a tropical island. I forgot.
Have.
All right. Well, I think I would like to investigate the tenors. Tenors.
Get him.
Guess
Tony,
I'll.
are there any? Sorry, Antonia. Are there any people of interest you could recommend within the tenors?
Who can you not trust? Or who can you trust? I mean,
Honestly, I don't.
I
trust
don't know your
any
family.
of
Any
them.
place to start would be great.
The members of the Tenor family that are here is you have Don Rodrigo Tenor. He is a paladin with the Oath of Vengeance.
Oh,
And remember, the
that's
Tenor
the last
family
set.
is like the performers. So it's actually a little bit surprising that Tony is so good at performing, because usually her family's all like behind the scenes and things like that. But the Tenors are like, they're like the equivalent of, they've got a family band like the Jacksons or the Osmonds. There's also like individual solo artist cousins, and they cover like a wide variety of genres. You've got Selena Tenor, who is known as the Tempest. Oh, Don Rodrigo is known as the King. Selena is known as the Tempest.
Wait, you said Tempest twice. Was one Temptress?
No, Selena is the Tempest. Don Rodrigo is the King. And remember, cobras are what they are based off of. You've got Felix, known as the Rattle. He's a drummer. And you've got Eduardo the Venom Tenor, who you've never seen say a word.
Oh my god, they have a cousin Ezekiel.
Whoa. Ezekiel is a tenor?
Ezekiel is a soprano.
Okay.
But he also doesn't speak, just like Eduardo.
Oh, right.
All right.
Everyone has one of those, I guess.
Would you guys like to catch Danny up on what your plan is?
Right now, we're still trying to divide and
Please.
figure out who's going to do what. I'm going to go after the tenors. Rayla's going after the bride. Coco's going after the groom. Theo's going to go get laid.
That was the eye roll up.
No, I am not your honeypot.
He's taking one
You're
for
the
the team.
honeypot, Theo.
Trying to figure out what I'm trying to convince Antonia to help us out with the Sopranos.
I can
that's-
help with the Sopranos. My family's going into business with them, so I feel like that could give me an in.
Okay, if you want to take the Sopranos.
Yeah.
I can just poke around unless there's something specific you guys want.
I feel like poke around, see what you hear. Antonia, is there anything you
I'll
can help
go
us
with-
out with then?
I can go with Josie.
Okay.
And with that, are you guys going to start tonight, or are you guys going to go sleep and try it out in the morning? Are you guys going to go check out the crime scene?
What
I
time is it?
maintain that we should investigate the reception hall tonight. At least.
Yeah.
Sure.
Perfect. Are you guys going to all go together?
Yeah, why not?
Yes.
There is no loaded question in any of this. This is just me trying to understand
Any question you ask is a loaded question.
where you are going and who is there. All right.
Let me guess. If
Wait,
one of
what
us
are we
stays
doing?
behind, Mr. Sharp, he's gonna come out of nowhere. Yes, we're all going.
Where?
You guys
The crime
see downstairs is a giant owlin standing at 15 feet tall.
Oh my lord.
Just kidding. All right. Go ahead and everyone give me an investigation roll. Oh, by the way, I'm going to say to finish out your semester, there was about 3 weeks between the time that you guys, were able to finish up your classes and stuff like that. So if you have any student die or any monies, go ahead and add 3 weeks worth of those to your inventory.
We're at what? Danny, remind me.
I know it was a lot higher
How many
than 50.
per week?
I want to
It's like
say
40.
200. Oh no,
50.
we went from 50 to he boosted it in the sophomore year. I can't remember, at least mine, but I can't remember.
I thought you guys were at 50, but
How much per week?
I'm good with 50.
Okay, 50 per week.
yeah. So
I'm okay
150.
with that.
That's
Thank you,
broken.
Duma.
I mean, that's still great.
Must be.
Some of us have to
And I
work through
believe,
it.
Tony, you were at 25.
I think it was
Allegedly.
20, but I'll take 25.
You can take the extra 5.
And I just get 5.
Are you working your job still?
I think so. I kind of want to be like the little gremlin key keeper or whatever the fuck.
Then you would get 15 gold because it's $5 a week. Or 5 gold pieces a week, but
Yeah, that's what I thought.
to be fair, the market's really strong. It's like the equivalent of 100 is 1 piece of gold. So you're making I
even still have my student credit or my store credit or whatever. So
yeah.
we're chilling.
And then any student die for any after school activities you guys are involved in, you guys get 1 student die per. So multiply by 3.
I get none.
Does Mage Ball count?
I get.
Mage ball does count.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. What was the other thing? I had fencing,
And choir.
mage ball. Was that my only 2?
No, he
And
dropped
Quick
choir.
Oh. Then it would be fencing and mage ball.
I thought we could only have 2.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, we can only have 2.
So we get 3 spirit die for being a mage ball the last 3 weeks?
Yes.
Sweet. Oh, wait, student die, not spirit die, my bad.
Yeah, I think I added my shit up properly. I'm just gonna roll with it.
Were you in the Dead Poets Society too, Raylo?
Oh, you were in the religion
No, I
one,
just
weren't you?
checked them out.
Like
I
the
just
world
checked them out.
religion?
Wasn't
Oh.
I in? Oh, I think I was in the religion.
Oh.
I was either in
Okay.
the religions or dead
I didn't join
languages.
anything. So it's just 2 times. So 3 for the mage ball.
3 for the mage ball for 3 weeks, so 1 per week.
Okay. 1 per
And then
week.
you would get probably another 3 for fencing.
All right. We'll have 9.
All right. So, what were those investigation checks?
I only got a
Jeez,
13.
I forgot to roll.
I got a
I
14.
also got a 15.
I rolled I have plus 6.
21.
I just rolled a 7.
Oh, I have a flat 13. Plus 0.
7.
Oh, I rolled a measly. I rolled 11.
So was Theo the only one who got a
Sorry.
decent number?
I rolled an 18.
That's sad.
Ah.
It's one of the few
Theo.
things I'm good at.
You look and you
right,
look
your
at the
turn.
end of the chandelier, and you can see that it has clearly been eaten away. it looks like there is some form of like acid that was on the rope that ate it away. And actually, it's like metal chain too. Like this is like some really high quality corrosive material, and that's what ate away at it to cause it to drop. You also find,
Acid on the
and
chain.
Tony, you find that chandelier was placed perfectly above the banquet table.
Wouldn't it make more sense that the table was placed perfectly beneath the chandelier? Like, wasn't the chandelier there first? I'm just thinking from a construction standpoint.
Maybe they remodeled to make the house prettier for the reception.
Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot about that. That's always a possibility.
Okay, the
The
chandelier
table is the focal point.
was in the air. They put the banquet table underneath it. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're looking at somebody who has access to high-grade acid and was set up to organize the tables.
Tyson,
High-grade
I
acid.
feel like I earned a capiche there and I didn't get it.
You got a capiche salad.
High-grade acid.
Which one of the snakes is known for their poison? Is it all of them? I don't think that's going to help.
Isn't that vipers?
It's all
Give
of
me,
Cobras,
Theo,
vipers.
and anybody who would like to think about it, give me an insight check.
Oh, shit. I'm not good at that.
I'm gonna give myself
God
guidance.
damn
I'm
it.
not even rolling a d20 here. Jesus Christ.
I rolled a
Could this be an
4.
animal?
I rolled an 8.
I have such high insight. I got a 9, but I rolled a 4.
I rolled an 8.
My dice are not happy with
Is
me
insight
right
wisdom? I can't remember.
now. I let too many people
Yes.
touch.
It is.
It's an 18.
+0 on insight.
Josie, this would actually make a ton of sense for you. You know that of each of the family's houses, the altos, which are represented by the pythons, are the only non-venomous represented snake. So the other three families, both, you've got the harlequin snakes, which is the base family. You've got the viper snakes, which is the soprano family.
I'll be right back.
And then you've got the cobras, which are the tenor family. So the other three all are represented by venomous snakes. The altos are only represented by pythons, which are not a non-venomous snake.
This, of course, implies that I'm assuming this train of thought, Theo, is implying that whatever melted this chain came from one of the people. Like, are you implying that it was just venom or saliva?
Well,
It's
venom
more like a
is
signature.
It's a poison. Acid isn't a poison or a venom.
No, it's a corrosive material.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, look, this is a family of mafia bosses, and so of course they have access to acid.
I mean, if we're thinking liminally, we're not going to eliminate anybody with that. We got to take what we can. I'm not eliminating anybody from the altos because they're non-venomous house seal, but I'm thinking that they might be less likely. There's only one killer in this house, in this case.
Allegedly.
Alleged killer.
People in this house are killers.
Well, in this very particular case.
Killed anyone ever, so.
Yeah,
we're in this house.
Right. Wait. Right. None of them have. I wink.
Something up with your eye, buddy?
Yeah, just a twitch.
Is there any trace of acid or something that we could follow to figure out where that person came from? Obviously, the stairs, but less so that.
You on a 21, I'll say you find a glass vial. It broken and shattered. What you assume happened is whoever did this threw the vial at the chain, causing both things to shatter.
Ooh, can I cast Identify on the poison to figure out what type of poison it is?
Yeah, sure.
Smart.
Sweet. I'm gonna
Please
do
tell
that.
me it's not.
It's a ritual spell, so it's gonna take me a minute. Sorry, guys.
I swear, if that's hydrofluoric acid, we all need to evacuate the building right now. Horrible way to die.
Okay.
Glad we have a serial killer in our.
You
midst.
find out that it is the same kind of acid that is in MILF's magic arrow.
And whose?
Probably not MILF's.
Milk's magic.
Melf's magic arrow.
It's a spell that creates an
Milf's
acid.
magic arrow? It is Valentina. I have an entirely separate, unrelated question just thinking about spell lists. I have access to the spell ceremony. Can I stand in for the preacher?
Stop.
We can say no to this. I just think that's funny.
Give me a straight charisma roll.
Can I somehow give him advantage?
What's my modifier on this? Oh, God.
Josie, cast guidance.
15.
Can he get advantage because he's wearing my clothes?
Guidance.
I'm not wearing your clothes anymore. I have my own.
Dang.
Roll a d4.
Oh, shit. 3. So, total 18. The answer can be no. This is
Request
just
has
funny.
been sent to the boss.
Okay. Oh. All right. So there is a vial of acid in glass.
Yeah, and
And
it
it
seems like
didn't-
pretty
It
not
didn't eat through the
unique
glass, but it
acid.
ate through the metal,
Tyson,
and then they ran away.
I
It
would like to
became
go
a
to
shadow.
I would like to go to the mezzanine where the figure stood. I want to see if maybe there's footprints leading somewhere.
Go ahead and give me another investigation check.
And the acid seems like not snake related.
17.
Damn, one
Isn't
clue.
there is there a limit to how much guidance you can cast in a
Isn't
single
it a
thing?
cantrip?
It's a cantrip.
Wow.
Huh?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, do I
But
get
only
points
one
on that?
person can cast it at a time. You can't double up.
Wait, who did you cast guidance on? Me?
You.
Whoever
I
was
hear
just
that, man.
rolling.
Alright, well then that means I got a 19.
What you find is not necessarily footprints. What you find is a tiny drop of blood.
Tiny drop of blood. Okay, can
You know, I think I have a vial in my... I actually do think I have a vial from my Witherbloom studies. Can I use it to somehow extract the blood?
Do we think identify would be helpful again?
That's what I'm saying. I was almost about to cast it. I'm looking.
It
I
would
almost
identify
said
as
my
blood.
taste.
Oh.
What about
Yeah,
detect
well, we
magic? I can do that for free too.
I can taste it.
Anything magical about the no?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm gonna snatch it away and
No?
look sharply at Coco. If anyone's tasting it, it's gonna be me.
Is there anything magical about the blood at all?
No, it's just blood.
Okay.
Rosie, can you cast detect disease on this before I taste it?
Jesus.
Don't waste the evidence.
It's got hepatitis C.
Okay.
Don't. I'm gonna like knock it out of your hand.
No. I'm gonna try and. I want to catch it. I don't want to. I'm not gonna drink it now. But
I'm just kidding. It doesn't have Hep C in it.
okay. Well.
But it would have been funny if it did.
Yeah. I know a couple people back at school who I'd love to give this to.
I
I'm
gotta
assuming
just
one
knock
is
it out of your
Sharpie.
hand.
Well,
The other thing that you see is that from where the blood vantage point is, you can see all three of the families. The only family you can't see their table from is the Alto family.
Well, if I'm not concerned about a particular family, then maybe I'm operating on behalf of that family.
This is a good point.
Just saying.
I really don't want to have to go to Valentina's room.
There's one other thing that you
want you to go to
find.
Valentina's room.
You're a powerful person. can handle yourself. You can talk your way out of situations. I've seen how you work. It'll be fine.
Theo, we would never make you do anything you don't want to do. You don't have to go there.
We have we have spent too much time together for me to believe that as a general sentiment from the group.
Listen.
Personal feeling then, I guess.
Listen, Theo, however far you go is up to you as long as you get the information we need. Tyson, you were saying something?
The one other thing you find upstairs is you find an orange piece of thread. Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Isn't that the corn snakes?
Black, red, and yellow is the Harlequin snake.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone has
Silver and blue, green, and then red and black, but not.
I got a 15 for my insight.
Oh, are we all rolling insight?
I was just gonna have Mordecai do it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
You remember that Tony wears an orange jacket.
What did I say?
I kind of said I was on board.
Tony,
And that's all the things you guys find downstairs.
The sister doesn't want to go through the wedding.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. In fact, I'm going to pull Raylo aside. Hey, Raylo, while you're talking with Tanvi, see if you can parse how she feels about this whole...
Oh, I would love to. This is exactly what I was thinking the entire time. So, yes.
Hey, I just am not helpful as a bodyguard.
Even if she's not feeling doubtful, if you could sow those seeds of doubt just to see where that goes for all of us, this is just a
help
side
with that
project.
if you need the help, I can help.
Yeah, I might need some help because
Let me know.
Yes, I am dressed as a server today.
Coco, can you do the same for the groom? See if you can either find seeds of doubt or sow seeds of doubt.
Oh, I will literally drain them of every bit of information and everything they have from them. Also, Tamara and Tony, I know mistaken, but it's giving innie and outies. So when anyone starts watching that show, you'll get that what that means. It's you'll get it from like episode 1. You know, innie is the person who is speaking, the outie.
I did not think you were talking about a show.
He's clearly talking about belly buttons.
No, they call them innies. That's what they call them in the show. Severance. Innies are the ones
innies and outies. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, innies are the ones working, and outies are the ones who have the regular lives. And that's
I was sitting here being like, "How high am I?" Like I somehow lost the plot.
That's
clearly it's in reference to how many skin folds are on the outside of your body and how many skin folds are on the inside of your body.
No, it's not.
So,
in this context.
Tyson,
Don't like
more
that.
on the subject, have because I wasn't here last week, and so maybe someone else can enlighten me on this, but did we observe anyone else at the venue wearing orange fabric?
Go ahead and everybody give me a history check.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Okay, I'm switching dice. This one sucks.
God damn, dude! I keep rolling low too, but
Sweet.
I got another one.
You should have brought
I
dice,
got a
bud.
21.
You should have brought dice.
I got a 21.
I
got an
low,
at
but I
20.
still got a 16.
I pay attention to everything everyone's wearing all the time. I have 21.
I do want to talk to Mordecai and Cordelia to come up with a plan.
Plan for what?
A plan of dialogue.
There was one other person who was wearing orange at the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
It was the mother of the groom.
Oh my lord.
Interesting.
That
Who's the
is
mother of the
key,
groom?
and I'm gonna find out.
It would be one of the bases.
Yeah.
So only Tony and the mother of the groom were wearing orange.
And the mother of the groom, to be fair, wasn't wearing a lot of orange.
That's enough.
but
One
was
string of
wearing
fabric.
orange.
Orange is orange.
The bases have a much more of a red, black, and yellow color palette. So like orange was like more of like an accent thread on her dress. But it was there. It was present. And then Tony, of course, wears an orange puffer jacket.
Can I wait? Hang on. Can I determine the type of thread this is? Is it a nylon? Is it a cotton? Is it a?
I will say that it is indistinguishable between the two. You would have to compare sample threads.
Go ahead and taste test it, Morkai. Maybe that'll.
It has Hep C on it.
What did I
We're looking,
just-
we're looking for a dirty person, apparently.
Tony says it has all of them, so.
If they have it on their threads.
I mean,
If it is on the thread of their clothes, probably both.
Tony, let's get rid of the elephant in the room here, Antonia. Does this thread look familiar to you?
Yeah,
Full naming her.
yeah, say.
She has requested that we full name her for now.
I don't recall. Why? Are you accusing me of something?
I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm asking if this thread looks familiar to you.
Yeah, now that I think of it, I think maybe the Face family had something to do with that color.
How do you
She's
say
still
that?
Wearing an orange puffer jacket.
I
Yeah.
never trusted them.
You don't trust the people that are joining your family?
You think I want this to happen? It's I don't know, what do you call it? A necessary evil.
Girl, I feel that. Trust me, I
Tony,
get
how
it.
badly do you not want this to happen?
Yeah, do go on. Tell us about the basis, because we've only heard the story from Boss.
I'd love to break up someone's wedding. I'd settle for
Oh
this
my
one.
gosh, would you look at the time? It is so late. I am. Oh, are you guys tired? I am tired. I think we should go to bed and finish our investigation tomorrow.
I am not tired at
Oh,
all.
wait. I feel good.
Well, you guys enjoy that. Anybody else who wants to get some rest?
Are we
I'm
like
gonna-
spending the night in your room? Oh my god, are we having another sleepover? Last time it was just me and Josie, but she was passed out as a dog the whole time, but it was still fun.
I
First
think
one I've ever
Yeah,
sleepovers-
it was fun. So much fun
Not
that you
a bad
didn't
idea.
notice someone drawing your own blood.
I
Last
cannot
time we had a
guarantee
sleepover.
that will not
Anyway.
happen here.
That happened, and then we got kidnapped, and now we're here. So, just saying, patterns.
So we should
Well,
probably give it
kidnap is,
another
like,
shot.
Such a strong word.
So what I'm hearing is let's try again because it's going to be so much better than last time, like bars underground.
Listen, Cordelia, do us all a favor. Before you go to bed, look for any runes underneath your bed.
Well,
You
there's
think I'm
no
going to
beds in
sleep?
there, so.
I'm never sleeping again.
I don't.
I need my coffee with almonds. Where can I find that?
I think we do need to get some rest, but Tony,
And Tony,
we need to know all the facts. Because honestly, we're just fish out of water here. If we're going to figure this out, we need to know how your family works, what enemies you have, what anybody could be a suspect at this point. We need something, and you're
that's
part of this
literally-
family.
Yes, everybody is a suspect. You cannot trust anyone in this house.
Including you?
Duh.
At least she's honest.
I mean, she's not.
And with that,
but
I am going to bed.
fine.
Should we just like follow you or?
I mean, yeah. So what are the sleeping arrangements again?
I'm not sleeping in the stables.
No, we're sleeping in the attic. It's even better.
They just gave us a room across from
Oh yeah.
Antonia with 7 beds.
Tyson, I'm not
that's right.
going to go to bed quite yet. I would like to peruse the hallways and see if I can
I want to
eavesdrop on
talk
any
to.
doors. You want to talk?
I want to talk to Morkai too.
Okay, why don't we peruse the hallways and talk and listen?
I'm going to go into the bedroom.
Okay.
Are there
Cordelia's
any-
going to bed. Tony's going to bed.
I'll join the bed goers. Are there any leftover trays? I'm gonna take a.
Oh,
tray
is there
with
any
me.
more champagne?
There is more of
Probably
everything.
not poison. Oh my god, bring champagne. Let's bring a couple bottles.
I'm gonna bring a
gonna-
trusty tray with me just in case.
Should we have a bachelorette party for the sister?
No.
Cordelia's wired. It looks like she's had a lot of coffee. Oh, you guys are no fun. Fine, more champagne for us. Let's go, Coco.
Woo.
Theo, what are you doing? Let's go, Clint Coco.
Snag 2 champagne glasses off of the tray before they leave. I'm gonna breathe a heavy sigh and try to find Valentina.
I'm
My
so
man.
happy.
My man.
Give him like guidance before he goes.
Legend, dude.
Josie, where are you going?
I don't know. I feel like I've been sleeping for like a week, so I'm probably gonna just go invisible and like start just pacing the halls to see if I hear anything.
Perfect. All right. Let's start with Raylo and Morkai. You guys are walking down the halls. Which wing are you trying to go to? Like the basses, the sopranos, the tenors?
No, I think let's start with the bases because that's where the mother or the other orange fabric wearer is. I think that's a good place to start.
Hey, should we use our familiars again?
Why not? Why not? I don't know what. Yeah, why not?
I mean, my stealth is decent, but I mean, a small animal listening in. If they
Yeah,
got
sure.
caught, would be less of a thing. Okay.
Yeah, my stealth's okay. I could go either way.
What did you want to talk about, Raylo?
I'll say this first. I think out of all of us, I know Tony the very least. I mean, obviously, I don't dislike Tony at all.
Antonia.
I mean, we're speaking in confidence, so I can use whatever verbiage I want. So, but the thing is, this is a whole wild goose chase. Who's to say that it's not either her or her sister that is sabotaging this whole thing?
Right now, I'm feeling like there's a high probability of that, but we're gonna have to find more proof before we pull that thread.
And also, what kind of questions should I'm not the best at interrogating. Decent at seduction, but that's not the case here. What do I need to ask? I don't even hear that. What should I ask Tamara in order to get what the information I need to see if she might be a suspect?
Well, usually when I'm trying to figure things out about people, I like to know their fears, their concerns, what gives them anxiety, what brings them happiness.
I'm not trying to freak her out. I want this to be done and over with.
I understand that. I've got more. I understand that, but if you got to figure things out about her, then starting with "How's your day going" is going to be a bit of a waste of time.
Yeah.
And as Coco so eloquently illustrated for us earlier, coercing her in any way is a bad idea. So you kind of got to let her reveal the information. And I think that, leading questions about her inner thoughts, her inner voice, pretty much a good idea there.
Okay. I have one last question. Okay.
No, I don't have the doll on me right now.
No. What truly, in your deepest, most cynical heart, who do you think it is?
I don't know yet. It is way too soon to make that assumption, actually, for me. I think that there's way too many angles, and I would like to rule out some options before I start narrowing in on anything. I think this orange thread is probably the best way to go right now. And
Okay, you can
maybe
just
if
tell
we
me
could get a blood sample from, every single person here.
who you think. It's not about like we're not talking about absolutes. We're talking about who you think if you had no other options and no other time, you just had to point a finger, who would it be?
I mean, dude, it really is still too early to say. I mean, this orange thread narrows it down to 2 people, but I am kind of itching towards the bases. I feel like the spouse done it kind of is applying here. The altos seem a little bit too obvious. The sopranos doesn't really make sense to me, unless the boss man's got some sort of long play game here. But I don't think that's the case.
The tenors would hardly be suspected too, and that's a good alibi.
It's true, and their table was the only one not visible from that balcony. But for now, I think the bases are probably a good place to focus.
All right.
I thought it was the altos for the balcony.
Oh yeah,
That is
Was it
correct.
the altos? Oh, I've written that down. Tyson, I'm going to send George out throughout the hallways of the base wing. Can I roll to see what he hears?
I'll be
Yeah.
right back. Need a pee.
Like scabbers going through Hogwarts, there's going to be a badger. They're pattering through the hallways, although probably a little bit more noisy.
On the Marauders map, it's going to say George.
I got a nat 20.
All right. You listen in and you hear the father, Don. Oh, that's the Viper. There we go. Don Alistair Bass. Talking to his wife, Veronica Bass. That was a very foolish thing that you did earlier. You could have brought so much disrespect upon the family. I'm sorry, honey. I just thought it was best that we ensure that the right outcomes occur. We are so close to closing this deal. You're going to have to wait just a little bit longer. Yes. Good. Now go put on that dress I like.
Chauvinist. Also,
I
it's
got
like
all
4
of
o'clock
us
at night. Why is she putting on a dress now?
I'm sorry. I had to use the bathroom. Can we rewind? Just like.
So basically, George and I picked up in from the room of Don Alistair Bass and his wife. He was basically scolding her for some sort of outburst or actions she took that embarrassed him and spoiled some sort of deal. I don't know if that's the deal that is being made through this wedding or if it's another deal, but nevertheless, something happened that probably could be pried at in the morning.
We'll send Voldu to Tamara's room to listen in on anything that might be happening there.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Am I using mine?
Yes.
Okay. Perception's decent. Thank God I'm an elf. Ugh. Come on. It's like a 7.
Tamara, what are you doing in your room at midnight, the night before your wedding?
There's like a pin board with like rope and like pins to like different things and like pictures.
Okay.
And it doesn't have anything to do with the wedding. It's like there's like question marks everywhere, and it says like campaign slogan question mark, and it says like polls, what are they, where to find them, how do they work question mark, and then there's like
Who the fuck is who?
there's just like a lot of stuff like
So
that.
confused right now.
Oh yeah.
And she's just like standing there like thinking about it.
My head hurts.
And with that, Theo, you are walking down the hallway of the Altos. Give me a investigation check to see how well you find Miss, what is her name? Valentina.
I'd like to reiterate that this woman has a husband. It's 18. God damn it.
You
Too good an investigative journalist.
knock on the door, and you hear a very familiar voice. Who is it?
It's Theo?
And she opens the door, and you can see that she's wearing a very beautiful nightgown with a little, like, you know, over the shoulder kind of a blanket robe thing. I don't know. I'm not really sure what the fuck. Yeah, like a shawl. She opens it up. And what are you doing at this time of the hour?
You know, it's a wedding, something horrible happens, brings people together to plot, maybe. Do you do any plotting? I'm sure you do a lot of plotting.
I'm plotting a lot of things right now.
Oh, God.
And with that, she opens the door and says, would you like to come in and enjoy the water at my table?
Okay.
She sits down, and she offers you, you know, a seat next to her. Theo, the room is empty and alone. Nobody is in that room.
You said you were Mrs. Valentina the Coil. Where's your husband?
She starts twirling her hair. Dead.
You know, I don't know why I didn't expect that. So, was he part of the family over you?
I am the blood relative.
Oh, okay.
He though was very dear to me. He died in a very tragic accident.
Did it involve acid or chandeliers?
Give me an insight check.
Insight's not one of my better skills. Where is it? -2. That's 11.
The brake lines on his car just gave way. Nobody really knows how.
Oh, those can corrode if you don't get them serviced. I bet it was a hardline failure. That's not important right now. Tell me more about your husband and let's stay clothed.
I am clothed.
As am I.
Seems like we are accomplishing a lot together. My husband was a very wealthy man, but he did not make me a priority, did not capture my attention. I am tragic to see him go. He was the first love of my life, but time must move on.
You should find somebody that can make you a priority. Everybody deserves to be the center of somebody's universe.
You are a very smart boy. Tell me, are you not Tamara's child?
Other Tamara. Not the Tamara that this is the wedding for.
Of course not, of course not. Roughly so. I was there, you know, at your birth. Such a sweet child. Your mother and I were actually very close. But then there was, you know, the incident. We have not spoken in very many years.
What happened?
She leans in really close. Can you keep a secret?
It's one of the few things I can keep.
Many years ago, the Sopranos and the Altos were very close. Families, of course. But then, the boss allegedly ruined our family. They financially worked us out of many of the deals. You see, the Altos, we used to represent all of the artists that your family would sign. And we found out later on that we were getting a fifth of the cut that the Soprano family was getting. So we, there were some fights. Some people died.
There was issues with brake lines.
No, separate issue.
Oh, it seems like that happened. I'm not going to mention that.
And the families do not like each other anymore. In fact, it was an astonishment that we were even invited here in the first place. But perhaps, and she reaches over and touches your hand, perhaps a new connection could be rekindled.
What, like somebody marrying in, like Sergio is? Tell me more about the bases, and I'm gonna draw my hand away.
She's gonna do that thing where you walk your fingers across, and she's gonna be like.
It's been so long since I've been around the family. My dad didn't approve.
She walks, and goes. The bases are a interesting group of people. They are very flashy, very brash. But it is all a ruse. They are the most sneaky and conniving of all of the families, in my opinion. For they work in the shadows. They like to be underground. Their expertise is in shipping and manufacturing. but they also deal in logistics of all sorts.
Like acquisitions of semi-common corrosive materials?
They could get their hands on anything. Now, Mr. Theo, if you could get your hands on anything, what would it be?
You know, I already got my dream. I got a scholarship to play ball at school. Kind of really committed to that right now.
You like to play with balls?
In a manner of speaking, yes. And another manner of speaking, also yes.
I will await for your company tomorrow. But I am so tired. I think it is time for me to go to bed.
Well, it's been lovely talking to you. I'm gonna run for the door.
Always a pleasure. And with that...
Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ.
We find ourselves now in the girls' room upstairs with Tony and Cordelia and Coco.
Woo! Let's go.
Coco, you walk in with 2 bottles of champagne. I need everybody give me a Constitution saving throw.
Wait, no, I wanted trays.
You should have brought a third.
You've got
We
those
have
too.
one.
Okay.
Everybody?
I think the only people in the room right now are Coco, Tony, and Cordelia.
You just said
Wait, did Tony
But
come with us?
there are other, if anybody else wants alcohol or trays, that's definitely an availability to you. Just
I rolled a nat one.
you get hammered.
I got a 10.
Let's
You're
go.
feeling
Cordelia's
good,
not
but
doing
you're
a
not
lot right now.
inebriated. You have disadvantage on all physical checks.
Go. She has only drank coffee today.
That protein of the nuts wearing out.
Yep. God, I need another latte. Tony, let's go.
Tony, are you going to take any drinks?
I'm gonna do like the, like yeah. Then like pour it behind me.
Woo! Woo! So, you have a twin? What's that like?
Don't get me started. Having a twin is like probably the worst thing to ever happen to a person ever.
I feel like that's pretty true. I was an only child. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, there should just be one of us.
Obviously you, right?
Who else?
Great. I'm glad we're on the same page. Does your sister even want to get married? It didn't seem like it when we talked to her, but you know, I don't know her that well.
Yeah, it almost seemed like she was crying that she didn't get crushed by the chandelier.
Right? Like I get it, girl. If I want to get out of a wedding, like you want to get out of a wedding, but like
Yeah, you get it.
Well, you didn't hear this from me. But I don't really know a lot about her. You know? Not really anybody knows a lot about her. Now that I think about it, you know, people don't even really know her real voice, like what it sounds like. Like she's always changing it to like, I don't know, trick people. I don't know, it's kind of dumb if you ask me, but whatever.
I would like to roll insight to see if Antonia is lying. And I normally get advantage, but now I have disadvantage, so it's just a flat roll. Is that okay?
Yes, and here's what I'm going to have you do. Tony, I don't want you to reveal whether or not you are using deception or persuasion, but you are going to choose one of those roles, and that will be what is contested against.
God damn it. I have such high insight, but I still got a 9.
I've been rolling shit.
18.
You believe what Tony is saying.
Why wouldn't I? You've just never lied to me before. You've always just been so honest, and I really appreciate it.
Sopranos are naturally very honest people.
That seems pretty true. Are you ready for tomorrow, Coco? Can we do your hair? It's a special occasion.
I like the way it is. There's literally nothing wrong.
I did not say that there was.
And I actually think I have a very nice perfume.
And Tony is gonna grab a pair of scissors and just chop a piece off of Coco really quick. Just like a...
It's just like, it doesn't move.
It's stuck to another chunk of hair.
It's just stiff. You go to cut it, and it literally doesn't cut. It's just like...
Like in Hercules when the
yes, that's what I was picturing.
Fates tried to cut the Hercules' fate, but he became a god and the scissors broke.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm picturing. Kind of make awkward eye contact with Tony, like.
About these bases. So tell me about this groom. Is he, you know, do people like him? Kind of.
I mean, they pretend to like him.
There seems to be a lot of pretending amongst these people. What do you say are some signs of when someone is pretending?
When they're looking right at you, they're lying.
I thought we weren't supposed to like make eye contact with some of these people, or is that just the boss?
Rilla rules.
That's right. Wait, so how are we supposed to know they're lying if we're not allowed to make eye contact with them? How are we supposed to know if they're looking at us so we can tell if they're lying? Oh, this is gonna be so confusing.
They don't scare me.
I've dealt with worse and gotten more. So. I can be very persuasive when I want to be.
Wait, Cordelia, what's your plan tomorrow?
I was gonna talk to, I already forgot, tenors? Basses. No, sopranos! That was right.
That took you 15 minutes in the game to figure out the right name.
Drunk, be like...
That was just Danny, not even Cordelia. That was just Danny. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to the Sopranos because, you know, I'm going into family or into business family with them. Yeah.
Hey, you got a really influential family, Cordelia.
Don't I know it? It's great. Never come back to bite me or steal my blood. I need more champagne. Just starts chugging again. Doing great. That's all I got.
Josie. That's what I was waiting for, Megan. I was like waiting for you to do it so I can be done.
Okay.
What?
Okay. Nothing. What were you saying? Here.
Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
The cat is unbothered.
A deception check?
Yeah.
Okay.
That cat is unbothered by anything unless you're not giving it attention.
She's digging her claws in a little. Deception.
No, perception.
Oh, perception. Even better. That's a 15 plus 10, so 25.
Oh my god.
And where were you going? Just around the...
Yeah, I'm just invisible, like wandering the halls, trying to see if I hear or see anything. I don't really know the place, so it's just kind of like wherever the wind takes me.
You swear for a good 20 minutes that there is somebody following you.
Steve's like turning behind me.
You are invisible, so it's kind of weird. There's no distinguishing mark or characteristic, but it just feels like this presence. You get to the end of the hallway, and you swear you see a black, shadowy figure dart into a room.
Can I follow?
Yeah, go ahead, give me a stealth check. With advantage because you're invisible.
Oh, that's a nat 20 on my Vox Machina die, and a 4. So I'll take the nat 20.
You see somebody in a hooded cloak. He enters, well, they doesn't, he is a pronoun I've been pulled out of nowhere. They open up a portal and step through, and the portal closes.
I don't know if I was there for it, but does it look like the one that was under Cordelia's bed?
Give me a insight check.
Okay. I am so sorry, Kitty. I love you so much. Here you go. Insight. Not as good. That's okay. Oh, I'm rolling fucking good. That's a 19 plus 7.
It looks to be a similar magic.
Fuck me. Okay.
Dude.
And I didn't recognize who it was.
No.
Okay. Can I go look for Raylo or Mordecai? I know they were wandering the halls.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you come out of the room, and you guys turn the corner, and you guys all see each other.
You guys just hear a disembodied voice. They're fucking here. They're in the walls.
Yo, Josie, is that you? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, the cultists. They're here. I just saw them.
And when? Where? How? Why?
Now, teleportation from that room back there. I think we need to go find, I want to say Danny and Cordelia.
Hang on. Show us the portal. Let's see if we
okay,
can...
I'll point them in the room.
Tyson,
There's
can I
no
roll?
portal in there.
Okay. Can I roll to see if there's a rune or something left behind? That because I mean I would recognize it at this point, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Yeah, you can totally look at that.
I'm also gonna ask Josie exactly the description of the portal.
I got a 16.
It was just a quick flash of the same kind of magic.
There are no runes.
I'm not crazy, guys, I promise.
I believe you.
I believe you too. What did you smell?
Did I smell anything?
You go bloodhound and sniff this out if you need to.
You and I made the same face when you said that.
I'll wild shape into a bloodhound if I need to. I mean,
Wait, what were you? Weren't you like a rat or something?
No, she was invisible.
no, I was just invisible.
Oh, invisible. Okay. I thought you were a rat. Rats have a very good sense of smell.
The one thing they asked him not to turn into was a rat.
Oh yeah. Yeah. My bad.
I mean, listen, the cult being here is probably the least confusing part of this night so far.
I mean,
that's actually pretty straightforward.
I mean, portals aren't so far-fetched. We live in a fucking magical plane of existence, but...
Right.
But
I
in
don't...
the wake of what we now know about Cordelia, I don't know. I mean, how long were they stealing... Oh, yeah, Danny. How long were they stealing blood from her? And we didn't know? You literally are in the room next to her.
Hang on. Before we criticize Raylo, Cordelia didn't notice.
Thank you, Mordecai.
Say that, but she doesn't always see... She's like...
I have drawn blood from many a victim, and they always notice. I'm just saying.
I'm not a god yet. I'm not a god. Alright? I'm concerned about this too. Just
Listen.
so you know. I need you to tell me. Like this portal, did it resemble abyssal type magic?
I mean, even if it did, I don't know that I would recognize it. I don't speak abyssal type. Is that something that I would recognize?
We have, it's Cordelia who has detect magic, right?
Yeah,
Would that be able to tell us the nature of the portal spell?
And this person, did he resemble a cult member?
I didn't see them. It was just a cloak zooming by.
Yeah,
They were following me.
Always a cloak.
It's always a cloak. I mean, look, I don't think we can rule out that the cult isn't here. We did find evidence of them in, what was it, the Commander-in-Chief's office of Cordelia's kingdom, so, it's possible they're here too, but somehow...
If this cult has infiltrated my family, it's not a far-fetched thing to say it has something to do with this too. And the only common denominator is all of us.
Well, okay, if we're gonna go down this line, which I'm not necessarily saying we should, but if we're gonna go down this line of investigating the cult's presence here, here's an interesting question. Why would they want Tamara dead?
True.
What do they stand to gain from that? Other than possibly breaking up or causing infighting within a powerful crime family.
Well, what would they want with mine and Cordelia's family?
We can talk about that later. I actually have some ideas on that, but let's focus on the task at hand.
What I'm saying is
a good chance that they followed Cordelia here.
True.
Okay, so we should go see if Tony can get some plate mail for Cordelia's arms.
Plate mail for Cordelia. Oh.
Actually, just some plate mail for it. Like, let's see if there's a sarcophagus we can lock Cordelia in for the night, because...
I don't think that'll work. I think... Honestly, like, Mordecai, we tried to stay awake and they subdued us with ease.
Let's go back to the others. Let's go tell them. Make sure everyone knows. And come up with a plan of attack. Could be the cult, could be someone else. There's nothing saying that someone within this family doesn't know how to do portals.
I think I do need to talk to Samara, but...
I mean, there'll be time for that tomorrow, too.
I have no idea who to be talking to.
I think maybe tonight we should all take turns keeping watch.
I agree.
I'll have George stand watch at the door as well.
Okay. I might make myself a little nest somewhere to hide away to sleep. Cool.
Tyson, I think we're making our way back up to the room.
Perfect.
Leroux.
You guys all go to bed for the evening. I need each of you to make a perception check. Danny, yours will be at disadvantage.
I got 2 19s.
No way.
I got
I
an
got a
8.
9.
To make up for how awful it
Perception.
was beforehand.
I got a nat
20.
1. I got a nat 1.
I got a 23.
24.
There is a chunk of time during Raylo Chef.
I'm rolling horrible.
There's 2 hours that you cannot account for in the middle of the night.
You said during Raylo's shift?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I rolled a nat 1.
He did not wake up for his shift. There's 4 hours.
Wait, who else did
You know,
not pick up for this shift?
I think Tony just left.
Antonio's dealing with it right now.
The rest of you, nothing happens. It's a very calm and quiet night.
I'm just for flavor. I'm going to wild shape into a spider, and up in the corner, I'm gonna make myself like a little hammock to like hide away in my little halfling form. That's where I'm gonna sleep. Is just up top, like out of the way.
Nice.
Nobody can see
I
me.
for sure fell asleep on the bathroom floor.
You did manage to avoid sleeping in the vomit that is on the floor.
Ew.
Because I'm a lady.
And when I wake up knowing that I fucked up and fell asleep, I'm gonna go straight to Cordelia and demand to see her arms.
Demand? She's in no mood.
Demand, please. Let me just check. I need to check to see.
I'm like on the ground. I
Other
just hold her.
punctures.
There are no new marks.
Okay.
Just all the old
This
ones.
is a safe place.
As you were.
No, there's no new ones. There's just all the old ones. It's fine. We're not talking about that right now. Wedding?
The morning is full of lots of commotion and sounds as they are trying to get the final preparations in order for the wedding.
What time is it right now? Like, how early are we up?
You guys are up at, let's say, 6 o'clock in the morning.
And when does the
Oh.
reception begin?
Ever.
The wedding ceremony begins at 5 o'clock.
All right, so we gotta move quickly.
Yeah. Okay.
We've got
Wait,
about
5
12
p.m.?
hours. 5 p.m. So we've got 11 hours to get there. Yeah, 11
correct.
hours.
Yeah, we do not have a lot of time.
I have a
Hit
clerical
slam.
question primarily for Tony. How does the boss ship transfer? Is it a democracy? Is it lineally? Is it patriarchal, matriarchal? How is the boss decided?
Whatever the boss says happens. Whatever the boss decides.
But, like, how is the boss decided? How is it decided
guys,
who the boss is?
The new boss
haven't-
chooses, the old boss chooses the new boss.
I see.
Okay, so it's like Rome and shit.
Because
okay.
every boss gets what every boss wants.
Okay, so like, when was the last time it wasn't a soprano? Because I feel like that's a self-interest thing where you're just like, I'm not gonna name somebody else. It's gotta be like my guy.
The boss refers to that family. So
Oh,
he can't command the altos or the tenors or the basses to do something.
I see.
However,
Okay, I misunderstood.
because he is a mob boss, there is a level of respect as being the head of the household or being the head of the family that the other, like, if he were to talk to a
In
subordinate,
this retrospect, like,
yeah,
this is his house.
yeah.
I see. Okay.
Okay.
If he were to go and he were to tell, and that's just like his mob nickname is just the boss. just like you've got the Coil or you've got the Tempest or the Serpent. You also, just for flavor, he can, just like any of the mob bosses, can tell like a peon or an underling to go do something, and they'll probably do it because they are of a higher status than them.
Okay.
But in theory, you know, only the Soprano family answers to the boss.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it is a flurry. There are a couple of activities. There's a bridal shower this morning.
Heck yeah.
That starts at 10 a.m. and that is in the banquet hall. And then there is also a bachelor party that is at 1 p.m. and that is out on the lawn. And then there is the actual getting ready of the wedding ceremony that begins at 3 and ends at 5.
I, before any of that happens, knock on Tamara's door to introduce myself as her bodyguard.
Sure. You hear a knock at the door, Tamara. This is 6 a.m., bright and early.
It's gonna like crack just like a little bit.
I'm sorry
And
to
then
disturb
shut.
you. Oh.
And then open again. And then a plunger is gonna be sticking out of the door.
I see that. What do I do with this plunger?
Are you not here to fix the toilet?
Oh, of course. My
Okay,
sincere
then.
apologies. I'm here to not only be your servant, but to protect you from any naysay and bogarts that might try to assail you until your wedding day, madame. And I bow.
Okay, can you go fix the toilet now?
Of course. And I mutter to myself, fucking fix a fucking toilet.
Roll me a d6.
What was that? What was that?
Of course, I'm just thinking in my mind how I should, attempt this to be perfect for you.
Roll a d6.
Okay. Six.
This is the worst toilet nightmare you have ever seen.
Hello, this Jehovah Christ.
You did not know that someone with this small of a body and frame could produce that much shit.
Anger boils, blood's boiling, but I calm myself.
When I tell you that there's so much shit,
Oh my god. I hate this. I will appreciate Dumont 7 times over after this.
go ahead and give me a d20 as a performance check.
Come on, gods and other Fey life, give me fucking power. I got a 10 plus performance. I can't remember. Let me see. It says plus 7, but that's probably because I was in the choir, right?
Yeah, if you're singing, so you would -2 that.
Plus 4. 14. My bad.
It manages to take you an hour and a half. But you finally get the last of the shit to go down. And the
Probably the
bathroom is
worst.
now so clean. You're actually impressed with yourself. Like, you think to yourself, like, God, I'm so good at cleaning bathrooms.
Fuck. This is one of the worst experiences of my life, but I overcame it. Huh. I'm that guy.
You come out of the bathroom. Tamara, how does
Yeah.
he find you? In what state?
Tamara's gonna scream and be like, "You're
Lady.
still here?"
This, look, I wanted it to be perfect. I apologize. I wanted no inconveniences on your big day. I apologize. I wanted to make sure it was perfect.
You sure do use a lot of words. Yeah, okay. You could go.
I am tasked to be by your side, to protect you, by your father.
My father told you had to be in here?
To protect you on your big day. I must stay by your side until the wedding happens. So yes,
Go ahead and give me a deception roll.
I mean, is it a deception roll?
I don't think the boss said I need you specifically to go and guard Tamara.
True. Come on.
It's the heart of the cards.
Heart of the cards.
Who's the heart of the cards, Yugi?
That is 16.
You believe that the boss told him to stand guard and watch.
Okay, well, if you're gonna be here anyways,
Tamara is gonna take you over to that board that she was looking at.
you know anything about campaign strategies?
Oh my. Campaign strategies for what?
For a campaign.
My apologies, dear. I need to know what the campaign is for in order to possibly instruct you.
Have you never voted before?
Of course.
Okay, so why did you vote for the person you voted for? Campaign strategies.
Well, because I believed in the propositions and the character that they represented. But what I'm asking is, you specifically, what are you campaigning for? You're about to be an heiress.
That's not important. I think that the most important thing in a campaign is when somebody gets killed. I think that needs to happen.
Oh. Actually, you have a good point. Death is a very strong insurrection and surrection to create a strong campaign. Who did you have in mind?
You're asking me a lot of questions.
Well, you asked me to help you with your campaign. I'm trying to help.
You can go wait in the bathroom if you want.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Fine. I guess I'll
With
go to
that-
the bathroom and then listen, I guess.
You all
Yes.
are invited. Is there anything you guys would like to do before the bridal shower?
I would like to say I woke up and I was summer, not winter anymore. So it's yellow. So I just want to put that out there.
Perfect.
Did you say that there was also a
Bachelor party?
Yeah.
Yes, that is
That
at
is
2
Coco
o'clock on the
Coco's
lawn.
bachelor.
Okay, that's the one. Yeah, I definitely want to go to that.
I'll go sneak into the bases. Just like, I can't be. They said no rodents, right? Does a weasel count? That's cutting it too close. Okay. I don't know. I'll just go invisible and I'll try to like sneak into where the bases are and just kind of like.
Tyson, can I
hide in the
make
corner?
real quick an insight check to see if Tony is Tamara?
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
No, fucking insight. No, that's a 6. Never mind.
With that,
I'm rolling so bad tonight.
Josie, what did you want to? You want to go over the bases? What are you looking for?
Just if I can overhear anything. I don't know. Just like quick before everybody goes to like the bachelorette parties.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and give me investigation.
+0 investigation. Okay, that's a 7.
You hear a flurry of things. You hear people getting ready. You hear Sergio Bass talking with his brother.
That's the groom, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Giorgio.
Never forget a name in this family.
Giorgio is yelling at Sergio. You can't quite make out what it is, but you see him exit the door, slam, and says, "You're making a mistake." And he walks off.
Okay. I'll just make a note of that. Or is that we can.
You guys go into the banquet hall, and you see there's a tower of presents. And the room is decorated very gorgeously in crimson and gold. Tamara, you are escorted to the head of the table. To the right of you is Veronica Bass. And to the left of you is the boss.
Where am I?
Who is
Did I escort her?
Yeah, where would you like to be?
I'd like to be like not in any position presence, but just like close enough.
Yeah. You see that the boss is standing in where the mother would typically be.
Okay.
And then the rest is all of the women from all the families, including Miss Valentina, who is dressed in a green dress that is very fashionable and fitting of her, but maybe is a little too drawn low, a little too cut deep, showing off some of her assets.
Listen, you're kind of echoing a bit. It's hard to understand. On my end, is anyone else feeling that?
Mm-hmm.
Is this better?
Yes.
It is.
With that, she's standing in there. You also have Isabella Soprano, who is one of the cousins. You have Selena Tenor, who is the daughter of their Don Rodrigo. And you also have various other members of the family who are various levels of hierarchy. Tony, you enter the room. How do you react to Tamara? And then in just a second, I'm going to have Tamara give her reaction to you. Guys, give it up for Devin. He's doing a fantastic job playing two characters tonight.
It's great.
Tony is gonna look directly at Tamara and kind of like narrow her eyes. And Tamara's gonna look down.
Did any of us clock that?
Give me a perception check.
Can I as well?
Danny, you are hungover, so you are still rolling at disadvantage.
I'm trying to figure out
How
who's
do you
who.
know I'm hungover? We're both sucky anyway.
You got drunk on champagne and coffee. I'm pretty positive that would constitute as a recipe for a
I don't know
hangover.
what you're talking about.
Oh, I got a 23.
I
You
got
got
a
a
13.
nat 20. You got a fucking nat 20.
You
I'm
guys that
clocking
score above a
that.
15 all clock that look.
Okay, so do I in that passing determine who is fucking who? Because the whole campaign thing threw me off.
You surmise that it's really difficult. They're changelings. Like it's possible that they've switched places, but you don't have any certainty of knowing based off of the information that you've been given.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
We just don't know enough about Tony.
You definitely feel like something is up, though, with
No.
Tamara.
Oh yeah. That girl.
I'm telling you, Dakin, she's an innie.
She's an Annie. Oh, you're 1000% correct. All right. Well, I'll stand guard and I'll assume the buttle position that Dumont has shown me.
And buttle you shall.
Thank you. So,
You see
Assume the buttle position was not a phrase I expected to hear in my lifetime.
you know
I'm
what?
glad
It
that
is.
Chris also made a face at it because I thought I was just being childish.
You know what? You guys need to expand your mindset. Thank you.
Danny, you are not in great company. It is childish. I laughed at it. That's how I know.
who all is going to attend the bridal shower? Are any of the boys or all of the girls? Josie, Cordelia, Coco?
I guess
Yeah,
I
I
will.
plan on attending.
If it's
How
not
do
the
you
same
want-
time as the bachelor party, then yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Mordecai and Ray. Mordecai, what are you doing? And Theo, what are you doing?
I think I would like to peruse my way through the base's camp, wherever they are right now, and see if I can pick up any more information on what I overheard last night.
Perfect. Theo, what are you doing?
I think Theo's gonna go inspect the kitchen and make sure nothing's awry in there.
Perfect. The bridal shower goes on, and there's lots of laughing, lots of mimosas, and some screwdrivers, and a lot of brunch things. And Tamara starts to open the gifts. And as she opens them, it's things that you would typically find at a bridal shower, lots of, silverware and a plate set and, bath and body lotion. And there's also some weird things like knives and specialty weapons and guns. You guys get to the last package, and it is wrapped in orange wrapping paper.
Ooh.
And on it, there is no name. And you see Veronica Base go over and pick up the present and go, "Ooh, there's one left, Tamara." And she shakes it, and you hear a little rattle inside. Wonder what it could be. There's no name on the gift. Maybe there's a card inside. And she passes it to you, Tammy.
Can I laser in on that and see if that was it kind of seems like she was leading,
Give me an insight check.
I'm like, girl, you're leading. Insight, okay. We got a 22.
Something's a little off about that, but you also think that based off of the whole experience listening to her, she's kind of a little bit bitchy. So could be personality trait, but also is kind of weird.
Sometimes you can't help it.
Can I cast Find Trap? I can do it instantaneously within 120 feet.
Yo.
Yeah.
So it's... Do you want me to read the card?
Yeah, read it to me.
You sense the presence of any trap within range that is within line of sight. A trap for the purpose of this spell includes anything that would inflict a sudden or unexpected effect that you would consider harmful or undesirable, which is specifically intended for such by its creator. Thus, the spell would sense an area affected by the alarm spell, glyph of warding, or mechanical pit trap, but would not reveal a natural weakness in the floor, like an unstable ceiling or hidden sinkhole. So it's just looking for some kind of trap.
The present is glowing red, confirming that there is something deadly inside.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna thorn whip it, if I can.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna thorn whip it away from her.
As you throw it up in the air, it explodes with acid. And suddenly, all of the banners begin to melt away. Everybody in the party screams.
No, not again.
Can I tackle the base girl who tried to give it?
The mom?
Oh, it's the mom?
The mother of the broom.
It's the future mother-in-law.
Well, I already said it, so yep. Can I tackle
Give me an
her?
athletics check.
Oh God.
Okay, I think my athletics is pretty low.
She looks exactly like Dolly Parton.
Poor Dolly.
Athletics. Okay, let's see. Let's hope.
I couldn't.
A 12.
You go down and she goes down and her wig comes off.
Oh no.
She takes and grabs your throat. What the fuck are you doing? Actually, it's more like, what the fuck are you doing?
And I want to I'm going to try to choke her back. I'm going to be like, you just handed her a bomb.
Give me an intimidation check.
Once again, Raylo's failing at his guard duties.
What do you mean?
Okay, my intimidation's pretty good.
Josie and Coco are doing all the work.
17.
She lets go of you. I didn't know it was a bomb.
You didn't. You didn't, huh? You didn't know a thing?
You think I would shake a bomb near my head, you fucking idiot?
Maybe you pressed a timer on it. Maybe that was to activate a 10-second timer. Cordelia, don't you have like a truth spell?
I have detect thoughts. I
Don't think you can hide your thoughts from us. I see you, Bases. I see you.
Her surface level thoughts are, this is the most disgusting creature I have ever seen in my entire life. I don't want any of its... I let go because it was so greasy on their neck. It made me so uncomfy.
God, why do we still hang out with Coco?
I'm like, what is it? The hagfish or like the hag eel, where it just like releases a bunch of mucus so it like can't get eaten by predators. That's me.
I don't dig any further though, because I'm like, don't really want to be part of this.
Alright, ask her where the fuck she got the fucking present.
Tamara, what's your response to the present exploding?
Tamara's gonna stand up and like survey the room a little bit. And be like, you know, I've done a lot of thinking in the last 30 seconds, and I think that this is like the best day of my life.
I do still have detect thoughts going. Is that true? I'm joking.
What?
The boss is going to stand up and go, thank you for protecting and saving my daughter, Miss Josephine.
And
Just elbow Coco.
He looks at you and says nothing.
I Loki forgot for a half a second that was the boss speaking. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm not gonna say anything else, and I'm not gonna look at him as directed.
And that is where we're going to stop tonight.
Perfect.
Oh.
We will pick back up with the aftermath of that and the bachelor party and hopeful wedding next week. We'll try and wrap it up.
I'm home next week, so I'll be good to go.
Oh, my schedule's clearing up. We got our biggest event of the year finished yesterday, so everything else is a little bit smooth sailing. So should be good. All right, guys. I will see you all next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.
All right.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night.